Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking a little bit about Pacifico 2. Now, in case you guys don't know, Pacifico 2 is one of those sandbox driving games where you have a pretty big area to explore and some nice fancy cars to drive around. Now, this game actually recently came under fire when a user by the name of Sophie on Twitter posted this specific screenshot of some pretty offensive stuff happening in the game. Now, a little bit afterwards, there were also some other screenshots, such as this one right here, and there's another one afterwards. But overall, the general consensus, and my god, did this tweet blow up, was that this game was definitely in a bad spot, and this was just terrible for optics. Now, the owners have partially responded. I believe the main scripter of the game basically mentioned that they were taking steps to combat some of this stuff, and that the admins who were involved have been fired. But it seems like the situation has gone way past its original just small sort of issue within the game itself. Now, a user by the name of Max, or better known as Clone T1019, also did a little bit of explanation on how this would have gone through the filters. So this isn't necessarily something to do with Roblox's moderation per se, as this very well could have been just some very fancy well, not necessarily fancy bypassing, but just a form of bypassing that Roblox moderation wouldn't have caught. In this case, they might have been using a text label layer on top of or underneath an image. Later on, there was a little bit of more information that came out in regards to this, where there was a GIF of the main builder for the game dancing on top of this truck, which is an even worse look for the game, isn't it? And there are some people who are saying that this may or may not be legitimate, that it could have easily been taken out of context, or someone may have stolen the outfit and things like that. But some further evidence from, I believe it's either a former contributor or a moderator or an admin or someone like that, seems to prove that, at least in some regards, people within the Discord server were taking this seriously, which sort of paints the builder in a pretty bad light, if this is the case that this is legitimate. And the main thing that I want to address here is that this, admittedly, this is not entirely 100% the developer's fault. You cannot moderate everything that goes on your platform, especially when you enable the user to upload text, or rather to upload images and to modify text. But the main issue that I have specifically with Pacifico is that it seems like the developers and the entire administration team as a whole is condoning, if not the ones who are instigating this sort of hateful and offensive content. And I believe that, in a sense, Roblox and the developers have to step up and realize that they are the ones who are driving this. And even though they are in, yes, a Discord server, which requires users to be over the age of 13, and these things, as some of them have said, is completely satire, there comes a point where the satire becomes something that bleeds into reality and into the game itself, where children under the age of 13 will see the content as well. And this is something that you really don't want other people who aren't in on the joke to see. But that's going to be it for today's video. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, my name is MacAndSwiss, the most Asian brony on the internet, and I'll see you all next time.